What's up, everybody? Brendan Graber here, alongside Brian Malkowitz, the Pokemon Master.
Pokemon!
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 And we're playing Pokemon X or Y. Is it Y or is it X? Which one are we
This
playing?
is Y.
We're playing Pokemon Y for the 3DS. One of, if not the most best-selling 3DS
I went
game.
back out. I shouldn't have done that.
What is this guy sold with 10 million units or something?
Something like 30 million. No.
5 bajillion.
5
Do not cite our sources, because we have none. But yeah, you cannot deny that Pokemon made a grand return on the 3DS, and that the world has been taken once again by storm, because it's Pokemon in 3D.
Exactly.
Except the parts that aren't in 3D. And if you don't actually have your 3D slider on.
3D slider, that's what it looks like.
Turn it off! Sorry, if you don't have your 3D glasses at home, you cannot see the 3D-ness. But yeah, I think this is a nice way for veterans and newcomers, or people like me. Spoiler alert, I haven't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Yellow.
Really?
I got off the Pokemon train.
Really?
I turned my back.
I never did. I never turned my back. Everybody's like, oh, I fell off after Ruby. And I'm like, yeah, well, I kept going.
I fell off way before then. The train just left me behind.
Like, just something about it, like every time I would play it, I just...
See, I had figured that, I've got Pikachu, I've got the Charizard. I'd seen it all. No. Pokemon X and Y comes along and say, hey.
It brought it back.
What you know about them Mega Pokemon? I'm like, whoa, what? Mega Evolutions? What's all this?
So that wasn't even like the sell for me. Like the Mega Evolutions are great.
Oh yeah.
But
true.
I mean the animations on this.
Oh yeah, seeing them in 3D or even just in this 3D scape was just a huge eye opener. Seeing these attacks go off, it was almost like watching a Pokemon Stadium in the palm of your hand. But even better.
Exactly.
If it could be such a thing. I mean, the story was, your standard Pokemon affair, but it was nice, and I liked it. You had your rival, you had your friends, you had new Pokemon. I was Team Froakie, Greninja.
And Fennekin.
I think you're a Team Fennekin, who is
I'm definitely Team Fennekin.
Sadly not confirmed for Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Good to know who's on the winning side here.
I can live without Fennekin or Delphox as a playable
I think Fennekin's
character.
an assist Pokemon.
Yeah. And the thing that got me about Fennekin was that his final form was pretty much just a wizard. Like, that was a selling point. Come on.
I am a fox wizard.
It's a fox wizard. Who can,
your argument
deny
isn't valid.
A fox wizard?
Well, I'm a frog ninja,
yeah.
so...
Like, come on.
Game
he's like
set point.
Yeah, so...
And not to leave out Chestnut, a giant acorn tank of a man.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. But yeah, this was for me. It was a very nice way to get back into the Pokemon system. I never felt like I didn't know what to do, but I always felt like there was new surprises to be had. Things like the tag team battles were new to me, and the swarms of Pokemon. But I felt nicely. I felt like some parts of the game were a little bit too easy. I ended up turning XP share off.
Yeah, that kind of broke it for me. I mean, that's how I guess I can't really say cheat because it's a function of the game. That's how I got most of my party up to level 100.
Look at that Mega Charizard.
I know, it's so good. But XP share did kind of break this game a little bit, but...
Yeah, I ended up... Because, I'm always stickler. My Pokemon team has to be, near the same level. I can't have one, loser.
But that's why I like experience share, because, it helped that with, I guess, while at the same time making me a little bit lazy, because I wasn't properly leveling up my other guys.
I ended up having to, turn it off, but I would still sub in Pokemon to get the experience the old-fashioned way, because I'm an old-fashioned kind of Pokemon guy.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. But I also really liked how Pokemon X and Y handled Street Pass.
Yeah, that was great.
Online was, I think, one of the best things Pokemon has seen since Pikachu.
Let's just talk about how amazing Wonder Trade was for a little bit there. I mean...
It still is.
It still is amazing. I haven't done it in a while, but...
Oh, man, your level 100 is going to get beaten
I'm just
by
waiting
a bunch of level 50s.
I know, right? It's crazy.
What a sad day for Mega Charizard. Level 28. Come on, Brian. Step it up.
Level 28. Hey, man, they're rock, okay? And I'm a flying type,
and
it hurts, okay? I'm just going to bring out my wizard, okay?
But yeah, Wonder Trade, there was a moment where it was all just Caterpies and Kakunas, and that was all you'd find in Wonder Trade. And if you don't know, Wonder Trade was where you would throw a Pokemon into the universe, into the internets, and you would get a random Pokemon back.
Yeah.
From somewhere around the world. And it would even tell you who you got it from. It could be James in California, or it could be Fabio from Italy. Whoever it was.
Fabio in Italy. How many Fabios in Italy do you know, Brendan? No, but yeah, it was great. Obviously it was cluttered with Pokemon like Bidoof and stuff like that. But there,
But
you know,
you
you
could
did
find
if you
some
were dedicated to
gems.
it, you would get some gems. Like
And especially once people started to learn the game and get into the breeding aspect,
yeah,
people would just throw their
exactly.
creations or
That's the
their
thing. I never got
defects, you could say.
Exactly. I never really got into the whole breeding scene. So you know when they finally came out with something like that for with the Wonder Trading, you could finally get all those Pokemon without having to like find somebody who wanted to trade it with you because it's like, oh, let me get
and all your
Froakie, but no.
Pokemon min-maxing enthusiasts to go like, oh, this Charmander doesn't only has a good like vibe about him. I'm gonna toss him up and go, whoa, free level 1 Charmander, score!
Yeah.
I even made a run after I beat Pokemon the first time where I would only play with Wonder Traded Pokemon.
This
Starting at level 1.
This Geodude just made the thing easier for me because he killed his friends.
Thanks, Brad.
Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, so I basically, at the start of the game, I caught 6 random Pokemon, and I wanted to trade them out for level 1 Pokemon of random types. And I actually had a good lineup. They were all random level 1s. I had, like, a Milk Tank. I had a Ghastly. I had, like, all these random ones. And I got most of the game. But I told myself that if I ever lost a Pokemon, like fainted, I would trade him back out into the wild and get a new one. I'd stop working when I got
just
to
abandon your Pokemon.
Yeah, it got to the
That's
point
not
where
nice.
like I would try and get like a level 21 because I lost level 20, and I would only get level 1s for level like 100. So
Right.
that kind of ended my run there. But it was still a very fun thing, and being able to play against your friends online and street pass against other people and see like get your points from passing them was pretty nice.
Yeah.
I also found that Wonder Trading got you those points you could trade in for items, and it kind of gave you points depending on how far away they were. So if you trade with someone in Japan, you're in America, bam, you got like thousands of points.
Right. Yeah,
It's a little game breaking if you went too much into it.
Raichu against the Graveler is probably like the worst decision ever.
I noticed you're a
wait, I
Raichu
can't
guy.
do
I'm a Pikachu guy myself.
I tried Thunderbolt, but it didn't work.
I know we've had this argument many times in the office. You stand by Raichu and I say Pikachu. I say no to evolution.
I love Raichu. I mean, obviously he's going to be like the worst thing possible against a Graveler, but even at level 58 versus 100. Ah, dang it! I didn't want to use that match. Whatever.
Well,
yeah,
you're chipping away.
I love
rocks.
Raichu. I've always have loved Raichu. I'm Team Raichu. After, of course, teaching Pikachu agility, and then deleting the move later on.
Sure. I can't bring myself. I mean, Ash taught me anything. He taught me that Pikachus have feelings too. You can't just use them for your own selfish gains to get into a Raichu.
Hey, alright. Raichus need to exist as well, right? They have as much of a right to live as Pikachus do.
We gotta get into
You're
this
basically
debate.
killing future Raichus by not evolving Pikachus.
Be sure to
Okay.
sound off in the comments who you support. I would appreciate your Team Pikachus.
Hashtag Team Raichu. Okay?
Did you name your Pidgeot Hedwig?
I did. Alright?
I love that. That is cute. I think half the fun of this game is to come up with the clever nicknames for your Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, Hedwig's probably not really that clever, especially since he's not even really an owl.
Hey.
I could have used Noctowl and named Hedwig, but
Hey.
I didn't want a Noctowl. I want a Pidgeot.
As far as birds go, I got once what really sold me in the game was once I found Halucha. I nicknamed him Nacho.
Did you really drag out the O's?
Yes,
Okay.
all the O's, and he would just body slam after body slam, and I would just be yelling, "I think I am!" And that game was that. I love Halucha. He's my favorite.
Yeah. He just got that Nacho Libre look.
He does.
Libre look to him.
It's not borderline defensive because he looks awesome. He carries that swag. I love it.
Yeah.
But you have a good lineup for your level hundreds. I don't have any besides Raichu. I have no.
Wow.
criticism.
Besides Raichu,
Yeah.
just straight to it, straight to the hate.
But it's good to see that after all this time, you can still look. You connect online to your 3DS, and there are still lots of people playing this game. Lots of people looking for battling.
It has
high
a
level.
lot of replay value.
Do we have our online thing hooked up? I don't even think we do yet.
I don't even know. The wireless probably isn't even hooked
Well,
up.
we won't get into any online battles.
No,
in this
definitely
particular
not.
Let's
I'd
Play.
like to.
But you should stay tuned because as we're celebrating the 125th anniversary of Nintendo by playing all these wonderful Nintendo games, we'll be having many more Let's Plays, which means many more Pokemon games because
There's so many.
and they're all really awesome.
Except for the ones you haven't tried out, apparently, because you stopped after Yellow.
Oh, yeah, I guess I got to go play some of those then.
Yeah.
So be sure to stick around for all those more Let's Plays. So for everything, Pokemon, Nintendo, Pikachu, or Raichu, you keep it locked right here at IGN.